class. So we are continuing with the 8th canto, chapter 15. Okay, text 23rd onwards. So yesterday we discussed that how Maharaja Parikshit asked about Bali Maharaj, and then Sukdev Goswami replied that Bali Maharaj was brought back to life by Shukracharya, and then he worshipped Brahmins. Brahmins blessed him, empowered him with various things, gave him a chariot and other weapons and all things, and he started to overtake Indrapuri, the heaven. And then there was a quite a detailed description about the abode of Indra. Now he is going to Bali Maharaj is going to attack Indra. So that description is there. 23rd. तामदेवधानीं सवरूथिनीपतिर्बहिः समन्तादरुरुधे प्रतन्यया आचार्य दत्तं जलजं महास्वनं दद्मौ प्रयुञ्जन् भयमन्द्रियोषिताम्. That Devadhanim, place where Indra lived, Saha, he, Bali Maharaj, Varuthinipati, the commander of the soldiers. Bahi, outside Samantat, in all directions, Urudhe attacked Pritanyaya by soldiers. Acharya Dattam, given by Shukracharya. Jalajam, the consul Mahaswanam, a loud sound, the Dhumau, resounded. Paranjan, creating Bhayam, fear, Indra Yoshitam, of all the ladies protected by Indra. Translation and purport by Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Bali Maharaj, who was the commander of numberless soldiers, gathered his soldiers outside the abode of Indra and attacked it from all directions. He sounded the counsel given him by his spiritual master Shukracharya, thus creating a fearful situation for the women protected by Indra. Magavastam vipreत्य bale param mudyamam sarvadeva ganopetu gurum etad uvachaha. Magavan Indra come the situation Avipretya understanding Bale of Bali Maharaj Paramam Uttamam, great enthusiasm, Sarva Devgana, by all the demigods to Peta accompanied Gurum and to the spiritual master that the following words Uvacha said ha. Seeing Bali Maharaj indefeatable endeavor and understanding his motive, King Indra along with the other demigods approached his spiritual master Brihaspati and spoke as follows. भगवन् उद्यमो भूयान बलेर्न पूर्ववैरिणा अविश्यमिमं मन्ये केनासित् तेजस ऊर्जिता. भगवान, oh my lord, udyama, enthusiasm, bhuyan, great bale of Bali Maharaj na our purvarina, past enemy, avishyam, unbearable, imam this manye, I think, kena, by whom asit God tejasa ujita ji. Indra is like wondering, my lord, our old enemy Bali Maharaj now has new enthusiasm, and he has obtained such astonishing power that we think that perhaps we cannot resist prowess. Earlier we killed him and like that, but somehow he got now new power, and I'm thinking it's very difficult to resist this time. नैनम कश्चित् कुतो वापि प्रतिव्योढुम अधीश्वरा पिबन्निव मुखे नेदम लिहन्निव दिशो दश दहन्निव दिशो दृग्भि संवर्ताग्नि रिवोत्थित. Not enam, this are kashit any from any vapi, either प्रतिव्योढुम to counteract adhishwara, capital piban eva, as a drinking by the mouth, idam this world, lihan eva, as if licking up disha dasa, all 10 directions, dahan eva, as a burning disha, all directions, Trigbi by his vision, Sambar Agni, the fire known as Sambar eva, like Uttita now arises. No one anywhere can counteract this military arrangement of Balis. Actually, he captured them from all the directions. It now appears that Bali is trying to drink up the entire universe with his mouth, lick up the 10 directions with his tongue, and raise fire in every direction with his eyes. Indeed, he has arisen like the annihilating fire known as Samvartaka. So powerful he is now. Indra is telling his worries to his guru Brahaspati. Okay. 27. ब्रूहि कारणम एतस्य दुर्धर्षत्वस्य मत्रिको ओजः सहो बलम तेजो यत् एतत् समुद्यमम्. Bruhi kindly inform us karanam, the cause etasya of all this durdharastvasya of the formidableness matripo of my enemy ojaha progressaha energy balam strength teja yata, where from etat all this samudyamaha endeavor. Kindly inform me what is the cause for Bali Maharaj's strength, endeavor, influence and victory. How has he become so enthusiastic? So now his guru Brahaspati is going to speak. Sri Guru Vacha Janami Magvachatron Annate Terasya Karanam Shishya Yopa Vratam Tejo Raghuvir Brahma Vadivi. Sri Guru Vacha Brahaspati said, Janami, I know Magavan, O Indra, Shatru of the enemy, Unnatehe of the elevation, Asya of Karanam of cause. The cause Shishyaya unto the disciple Upavritam endured Teja power, Bhrugupihi, the descendants of Bhrigu, Brahmavadivi, all powerful Brahman. Brahaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, said, O Indra, I know the cause for your enemies becoming so powerful. The Brahman descendants of Bhrigumani, that is Pracharya, being pleased by Bali Maharaj, their disciple, endowed him with such extraordinary power. Purport. Brahaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, informed Indra, ordinarily Bali and his force could not achieve such strength. But it appears that Brahman descendants of Bhrigumani, being pleased with Bali Maharaj, endowed them with this spiritual power. In other words, Brihaspati informed Indra that Bali Maharaj's prowess was not his own, but that of his exalted Guru Sukracharya. We sing in our daily prayers, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado, yas aprasadan nagati kutupi. By the pleasure of the spiritual master, one can get extraordinary power, especially in spiritual advancement. The blessings of the spiritual master are more powerful than one's personal endeavor for such advancement. Okay. Narottam Das Thakur says, Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitet Kariya Akya Arana Kariya Mane Asa. Especially for spiritual advancement, one should carry out the bona fide order of the spiritual master. By the parampara system, one can thus be endowed with the original spiritual power coming from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Evam parampara praptam evam rajarshayo. So one should understand the position of Guru in one's life. It's not just like yes prasada bhagavad prasada. If you can please your Guru, consider you have already pleased Krishna. And if you please your Guru, then yes if you get the mercy of Guru, then Krishna's mercy you will get. If you are not getting mercy of Guru, no mercy from Krishna. If you are not able to please Guru, forget about pleasing Krishna. Okay, Guru, first thing is Guru. Okay, so one should understand, one should ask everything. For his power in spiritual progress depends on the mercy of Guru. Okay, so if Guru blesses, Guru can give that spiritual power, and that by using that power you can conquer the world. But if Guru is not happy, then it's a problem. So one should ask everything from Guru. Actually, that's the ticket. Guru means you consult for everything, whatever you want to know, whatever you want to do, take permission from Guru. Can I do this? There are sometimes people who ask Guru only for a formality. They have already made their mind they want to do this, and then they will ask, we are doing like this, this. Please, Guru Maharaj, bless me. So you already decided you are doing. Then what is the point there? You first ask whether I can do this. Maybe Guru said, no, you don't do this only, but you have already decided. We are doing. You believe, bless me. You should ask. I am planning to do this, but I am asking you, my Guru Maharaj, please, you give me your permission. If you say, I shall do it. If you say no, I will stop it. I will not start on you. Right? So, what is your? That's why sometimes Guru don't give permission also, any service also, because they people ask Guru Maharaj, give me some service, give me some service. He knows I will give, he will not be able to do, and then it will be a big offense. So better you don't do anything. Chant Hare Krishna. That's your service. So if we take some service, and then we have to, before taking any service, you have to be very confident that we will be able to do that. Otherwise, it's not very good. Anyway, Guru is not going to curse. They are very merciful. But still, we should be very confident, and we should ask permission and then only do. Sometimes people, like generally in the marriage case and all, no, they already got some affair and they are having all the plan that they will marry. But then they will say, Guru Maharaj, we want to marry. If you give permission, we will marry. And we know each other very well. This, that, everything they'll tell, and they'll ask for it. Guru knows that you know everybody, and you know both of you, you're roaming together everywhere. Now, what permission you need? So anyway, you'll say, okay, my permission is there, my permission, go and get married. Because if you say no, anyway, you are going to marry him only. So another offense to Guru. And if you follow, then you Guru instruction, then you will lose that girl and a lot of complication. And sometimes you may say bad to, you may think bad about Guru only. So they will say, okay. So we have to be very careful with while dealing with Guru. Okay. So that's why too much association with Guru is also not very good, because we may take that lightly. First, we will say 10 15 words before starting, 10 15 respectable words, and slowly it become 10, and then directly we speak. We don't even say Guru Maharaj Pranam. Okay. First, every time we say Hare Krishna, then we'll Pranam, then we don't say anything, we just start. It becomes little casual. So, okay, but one should not lose the respect for Guru, and it should not become very casual. There should be some distance, like joking mentality. Sometimes people will start suggesting Guru. We should not suggest Guru. It's an offense. If he asks, then you suggest. You say, oh Guru Maharaj, I think you're doing wrong. Or you should do like this. Some people start suggesting, correcting, or sometimes they get something better result than Gurus. Externally, it may look like that. Then they think, I'm very great. I'm greater than Guru also. So we should be little careful about, not little, very careful about all this matter with the Guru. Okay. Text 29. Okay. So Brihaspati hinted Indra that we are also not less powerful than them. If we become pleased with your devotion and faith, you will also become full of your power immediately, and you will be able to defeat me. The blessing of Guru are more powerful than one's personal endeavor. By carrying out the order of Guru, and by his pleasure, one can get extraordinary power, especially in spiritual advance. So here, important point is that Prabhupada is writing that blessings of Guru are more powerful than one's personal endeavor. You see, purport Prabhupada is writing this. That many times we have more confidence in our endeavor than the mercy of Guru. But it should be the other way. More than our endeavor, we should have faith and we should depend upon the mercy of Guru. Like that. Okay, and Brihaspati is giving idea to Indra that he pleased his guru Bali. He pleased his guru. He got such a power. So if you please your guru me, then you also will get the power. So Indra is actually asking whether I should go and fight or not. What I should do. Text 29. Actually, Brihaspati will say, don't fight now. Your time is not good. Bali's time is good. Ojas 29. ओजस्विनं बलिं जेतुं न समर्थोऽस्ति कश्चन भवद्विदो भवान् वापि वर्जित्वेश्वरं हरिं विजेष्यति न कोऽपीन ब्रह्मतेजसमेधितं नास्य शक्तः पुरस्तातुं कृतान्तस्य यथा जना ओजस्विनं so powerful Bali Maharaj Jetum to conquer not samartha able asti is question anyone Bhavad Vida like you Bhavan you yourself are there Varjitva accepting Ishwaram the supreme controller Harim the supreme personality Godhead Vijayshati will conquer not kaha api anyone enam Bali Maharaj Brahma Teja Samedhitam now empowered with Brahma Teja extraordinary spiritual power. Na not asya of him Shakta is able pura in front sthatum to stay krit antasya of Yamra yatha as Janapi. Neither you nor your men can conquer the most powerful Bali. Indeed, no one but the Supreme Personality of Godhead can conquer him. Nobody can conquer. Okay, not you, neither you nor your army. If at all somebody can conquer Bali Maharaj at this time, who is that? Krishna. Okay, for he is now, why? Because he is now equipped with the supreme spiritual power, Brahma Tejas. He is supported by Brahma Tejas. Krishna only can defeat nobody else. Brahma Tejas is so powerful. As no one can stand before Yamraj, no one can now stand before Bali Maharaj. Tasman nilayam utsrajya yuyam sarve trivishtipam yat kalam pratikchanto yatha shatro viparyaya. Tasmat, therefore, Nilayam, not visible, Utsarja, giving up, Yuyam, you survey all three Vishnapam, the heavenly kingdom, Yat, go somewhere else, Kalam, time, Pratik, Chanta, waiting for Yata, thereof, Shatro, of your enemy, Viparya, the reverse condition. Therefore, waiting until the situation of your enemies is reversed, you should all leave this heavenly planet and go elsewhere where you will not be seen. Go, leave it. Don't try to fight only. एषा विप्र बलोर्दकः संप्रत्युर्जित विक्रमः तेषाम् एवापमानेन सानुबन्धो विनङ्क्ष्यति. एषा this Bali Maharaj Vipra Bal Udraka flourishing because of the brahmanical power vested in him. Samprati at the present moment Urjit Vikramah extremely powerful Tesham of the same Brahmana Dev indeed Apamanena by insults Anubandha with friends and assistants Vinakchanti will be vanquished. Bali Maharaj has now become extremely powerful because of the benedictions given him by the Brahmanas. But when he later insults the Brahmanas, he will be vanquished along with his friends. How he got powerful? Because he respected, he served as Brahmanas and they blessed him. So when you have to wait till the moment when Bali Maharaj will insult Brahmanas, and then all his power will go. And then you can get everything done. Bali Maharaj and Indra were enemies. Therefore, when Brihaspati, the spiritual master of the demigods, predicted that Bali Maharaj would be vanquished when he insulted the Brahmanas, by whose grace he had become powerful, Bali Maharaj's enemy were naturally anxious to know when that opportune moment would come. To pacify King Indra, Brihaspati assured him that the time would certainly come. For Brihaspati could see that in the future Bali Maharaj would defy the orders of Sukracharya in order to pacify Lord Vishnu Vamanadev. Brihaspati could see in future. Of course, to advance in Krishna consciousness, one can take all risks. To please Vamandev, Bali Maharaj risked defying the orders of the spiritual master. Very tricky. Anyway, it will come in future in very great detail. Okay, but it's very tricky thing. To please Vamandev, Bali Maharaj risked defying the orders of the spiritual master Sukracharya. Same Sukracharya gave him all power, but again, in order to please Krishna, Bali Maharaj rejected the instruction of Sukracharya. Why? Because he wanted to please Krishna. Because of this, he would lose all his property. Sukracharya will curse him. He would lose everything. Okay. So, because of this, he would lose all his property, yet because of devotional service to the Lord, he would get more than he expected. And in the future, in the 8th Manvantara, he would occupy the throne of Indra again. So, Brahaspati said, there will be a time when he will disobey the spiritual master, he will lose everything. But because he will disobey the spiritual master to please Krishna, so he will lose everything, but by the mercy of Krishna, he will get more than what he had and more than what he expected. Okay, and he will be more opulent way, living in some other super planet like that. And in the 8th Manvantar, now presently 7th Manvantar going on, 7th Manvantar, this katha happened. Vaman Dev appeared in 7th Manvantar. So 8th Manvantar, this Bali Maharaj will become Indra also. So that also is there. एवं सुमंत्रितार्थास्ते गुरुनाथानुदर्शिना हित्वा त्रिविष्टपम जगुम उर्गीर्वाणाम कामरूपिणा. Even thus Sumantrita, being well advised, Artha, about duties, the demigods, Guruna, by their spiritual master, Artha, Anudarshina, whose instructions were quite befitting, Itva, giving up three Vishtapam, the heavenly kingdom, Jagmu went Girvana, the demigods, Kama Rupina, who could assume any form they like. Sukdev Goswami continued, the demigods, being thus advised by Brahaspati for their benefit, immediately accepted his words, assuming forms according to their desire. They left the heavenly kingdom and scattered without being observed by the demons. Okay, so Indra asked whether I should fight or not. Brahaspati said no, and then Indra. So no one can in the Brahaspati said this time Kali is very powerful, nobody can stand. So Indra may ask like, please give me a mantra so that I can counteract the situation. But Brahaspati said no. The good thing is you just leave now, and then Indra may ask like, okay, now I'm leaving, but how long I will be like incognito here, there hiding? So sometime you should tell. So Indra asked this thing when that time will come. So Brahaspati told, okay, that will be a time when Bali will disobey the spiritual master and all those. Okay. So now here Bali Maharaj, Sukdev Goswami is saying that all after that they left here there, they made different form, sometime invisible or like that, so that demons cannot see. This is the situation even sometime for demigods also. You see, material world is nowhere, you will get happiness. When you go to heaven, sometimes the situation will come that you have to hide like this. And people are thinking demigods are very powerful and all like that. Demigods also getting such a situation. The word Kama Rupina indicates that the demigods, the inhabitants of the heavenly planets, can assume any form they desire. Thus, it was not at all difficult for them to remain incognito before the eyes of the demons. So they had this power of being incognito. देवे स्वतः नीलिनेषु बलिर्वैरोचना पुरी देवधानी अधिष्ठाय वंशम निन्ये जगत्रयम्. Deveshu, all the demigods. 33 shloka we are reading. Atha, in this way, Nilineshu, when they disappeared, Bali Maharaj, Vairochana, the son of Virochan, Purim, the heavenly kingdom, Devadhani, the residence of the temple, Adhisthaya, taking possession of Vasham under control, Ninye brought Jagat Trayam, the three worlds. When the demigods had disappeared, Bali Maharaj, the son of Virochan, entered the heavenly kingdom, and from there he brought the three worlds under his control. Tam Vishwajainam Shishyam Bhragva Shishyavatsala Shatin Harimedanam Anupratam Yajayan. Tam unto him Bali Maharaj Vishwajainam, the conqueror of the entire universe, Shishyam, because of his being a disciple, Bhagwa, the Brahman, descendants of Bhrigu, like Shukracharya, Shishyavatsala, being very pleased with the disciple, Shatena, by 100 higher Medhanam, sacrifices known as Ashwamedha, Anubratam, following the instruction of the Brahmanas, Ayajayam, caused to execute. The Brahman descendants of Bhrigu, being very pleased with their disciple who had conquered the entire universe, now engaged in performing 100 Ashwamedha sacrifices. We have seen in the dispute between Maharaja Prathu and Indra that when Maharaj Prathu wanted, fourth canto you may remember, when Maharaj Prathu wanted to perform 100 Ashwamedha yajnas, Indra wanted to impede him, for it is because of such great sacrifice that Indra was made king of heaven. Here the Brahmanas descendant of Bhrigu decided, what they decided, that although Maharaj Bali was situated on the throne of Indra, he would not be able to stay there unless he performed such sacrifice. He must do 100 sacrifices, then his position will come and stable. Otherwise, he has to leave because Indra, that is a qualification to be Indra. So therefore, they advise Maharaja Bali to perform at least as many Ashwamedha yajnas as Indra, because as forcefully they have taken, but officially with the qualification also, Bali should have those qualifications. So this Brahmanas advise that you get this Ashwamedha yajna also done. The word Ayajayam indicates that all the Brahmanas use Bali Maharaj to perform such. Okay, so that now you have overtaken heaven or the position of Indra by power, but by performing yajna also you will become confirmed. Tatastadanu bhavena bhuvanatraya vishrutam kirtim dikshu vitatmana sare judarabhyava. Tada thereafter tatan bhavena, because of performing such great sacrifices, bhuvantraya, throughout the three worlds, vishrutam, celebrated Kirtim reputation, Dikshu in all directions, Pitan Pahana, spreading Sa, he Balimaras, Veje, came effulgent, Kutugra, the moon ever like. When Bali Maharaj performed these sacrifices, he gained a great reputation in all directions throughout the three worlds. Thus he shone in his position like the brilliant in the sky. Bhuje cha shriyam swavriddham dujdevopalambitam kritkrityam ivatmanam manyamano mahamana. Bhuje enjoyed cha also shriyam opulences suvriddham, prosperity of the Brahmanas, they were as good as the demigod. Upalambitam achieved because of the favor. Kritkrityam, very satisfied by his activities. He was like that. Atmanam himself, manyamana, thinking mahamana, the great minded. Because of the favor of the Brahmanas, the great soul Bali Maharaj, thinking himself very satisfied, became very opulent and prosperous and began to enjoy the kingdom. Now Bali Maharaj settled nicely. All the Brahmans' blessings upon Bali Maharaj. He is nicely happy, enjoying in the kingdom of heaven. The Brahmanas are called Dvijadeva and Kshatriyas are called Naradeva. The word Deva actually refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Brahmanas guide human society in becoming happy. How? By satisfying Lord Vishnu. And according to their advice, the Kshatriyas, who are called Nardeva, keep law and order so that other people, namely the Vaishyas and Shudras, may properly follow regulative principles. In this way, people are generally elevated to Krishna consciousness. Everybody performs their activity and they eventually, gradually, they progress in the path of Krishna consciousness. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the 8th canto, 15th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Bali Maharaj Conquers the Heavenly Planets. Chapter 16, executing the Payovrata process of worship. This is Payovrata done by Mother Aditi. Okay, so now you can rejoin and we shall start chapter 16 now. Okay, so you can disconnect and restart the meeting.